Hi viewers, today let's talk about periodontal regeneration and reconstructive surgery. In the last video, we have discussed all the terms which were a little confusing. I hope you're clear with these terms. Now let's see the healing patterns, how it occur when periodontal, in the case of a periodontal wound. Just imagine this is a periodontal ligament, cementum, bone, connective tissue and epithelium. This is the wounded site. If the epithelium comes into the wounded site, then the long junctional epithelium can occur. This is the type of the healing process. Okay, if the connective tissue is planning to come into that area, means the connective tissue adhesion and root resorption occur. If the bone cells, if the wounded site is with the predominance of bone cells like osteoclast, it can lead to the bone resorption or ankylosis. Whereas if the wounded site is full of periodontal ligament or the perivascular cells from the bone, it can lead to a regenerated periodontium. See, now this area got regenerated completely. The structure, form, function, everything has recovered completely. This is the ideal healing pattern that is required. But these three are just the part of a repair process, and just the reattachment would occur here. See, nothing more regenerated, or there is no regeneration happening in these three processes. So this we need. To achieve this process, we need to block the incoming of these three cells. Okay, this is the aim of this regenerative therapy. And what all are the goals of this regenerative procedures? One is to eliminate the pocket depth, and this goal can be achieved with the help of other techniques like flap surgery. We have discussed already. With the help of some flap procedure, we can eliminate the pocket depth. But our other aim is to regenerate a new attachment apparatus. This can be achieved only with the help of this regenerative therapies. Okay, and next we'll see the classification. And this regenerative therapy is divided into two. One is graft associated, that means we need to place some graft or some bone substitute, and then we can achieve this goal. Other is non-graft associated, because here we are not using any grafts like other process like root biomodification, GTR, biologic mediators. I'll explain about these three in coming videos. Okay, and next we need to understand three important terms like these are generally evaluated. This bone graft materials are generally evaluated based on these three criterias. One is osteogenesis. Osteogenesis means if this is a graft, and this inside the graft some cells are there. With the help of these cells, new bone will form. This can be achieved in autografts. Autografts are like, we need to take the cells from the grafts from the same body, patient own body, that is autograft. And osteoconduction, other term is osteoconduction. So in the case of autograft, and this process is happening like osteogenesis. Whereas in allograft means we take the graft from the different person, means not from the same person, from human to human, and that is osteoconduction. C and C is a chemical process. It's conduction. It's chemical process by which, see, if this is the graft, it has certain molecules like some bone morphogenic proteins, and these proteins, they convert the neighboring cells into osteoblasts, and then can lead to the formation of bone. And this is osteoconduction process. And next is osteoinduction process. This can be seen in synthetic bone graft like alloplast and xenograft also. This xenograft means we take the graft from the different, some animals to humans, like that. And osteoinduction means it's a physical effect by which, see, if this is a graft and the matrix of the graft forms a scaffold or a bed, and this favors the outside cells to penetrate into the graft and form the new bone. So these are the three terms you need to understand. And the autographs are, as I told you, now these autographs are the gold standard among all the graft material, because it gives the predictable results, because it contains the live osteoblast and other cells. And we need to see the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages are definitely it has the osteogenic potential. It has the ability to correct the size shape of the deformity, and the main advantage is the elimination of immunologic reaction, because we are taking from the same person, so that kind of reaction will not immunological reaction will not happen. But the disadvantage is that second surgical intervention is required, because we need to do the surgery for the graft. Okay, so that is required, and the other lot of disadvantages are there, and you can see this table, you'll understand. And next is we need to see the site of graft procurement procurement. That is, one is like from where we need to procure this graft. Extraoral sites and intraoral sites. Intraoral sites are from chin, exostosis, ramus, and tuberosity, because this is, if you take intraorally, it can lead to the minimal resorption and more revascularization capacity, and also better incorporation at donor site. Whereas the extraoral sites are also there, like iliac crest, tibia, fibula, and ribs are there. And we need to understand the forms. We can take it as a block or as particulate matter. And if you take the graft as a block form, it can about what the disadvantages are. It reduces the osteogenic activity and slow revascularization than the particulate matter. So this is about autograft. How we take this autograft? We procure this with the help of trephine burr, and the end of that we have the cutting edge, and then we need to take the graft, and this is the, in the dappen dish you can see this is the form. Okay, so this is about autograft. Then we need to send other grafts are also there. I'm not going to detail about that. And before that we need to understand. Okay, let's see the steps, clinical steps in the successful grafting. First is patient selection. That is really important. We need high level of motivation, commitment, and we need to assess their health, general health, emotional status, habits, everything. And the detect defect selection. You see, if the one wall defect means, what is that one wall defect means? I have discussed only one wall remaining. So in that case, there is no point of regeneration. We need to resect that bone and resect that root, and then we need to do the further procedure. And three wall defect means three walls are there, only one wall or is missing. So in that case, we can regenerate the wall. And then two wall means we can do either the treatment according to the case. And after that, pre-operative preparation, well, plaque control and debridement, everything. Then occlusal adjustment if required, that also we have to do. Some rinsing with the antimicrobial agents, that also is required. And we need to open the flap with a full thickness flap. And then graft management means we need the choice of graft material is also important, and we need to treat that root surface with citric acid. After that, we need to place the graft with light incremental pressure, so the graft overfills the defect. And after that, soft tissue coverage and flap closure and dressing. So this is the process of this successful grafting. So this is all about the graft based, see, graft associated regenerative therapy. In the coming class, I'll discuss about the non graft associated regenerative therapy. Thank you.